welcome to Train Sim World 2 and me, Honey Badger. How's everyone doing? Has everyone had a great week? Did everyone enjoy the downtime video? What do you think? Did you enjoy it? Let me just turn myself off. Just going to put my link to my channel, what's now added to the comment section, or the chat, should I say. So that's that done now. We'll put the phone to one side. Okay. We are going to take the train from Stone Park depots. Then we're going to take the train to Harrow and Wheelstone. What I'll do is when the train has came to the platform, I'll jump out of the simulation, pick the second one down, and go back into the simulation, just because the whole cab switching issues we've been having these last broadcasts, where the train just doesn't want to move. I just don't want that issue. So yeah, well, there. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any time whatsoever. Remember to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when the broadcast or video goes out. Leave a comment down below or a chat if it's a broadcast, and just sit back and enjoy the video. So yeah, so tomorrow we'll do some Minecraft, standard Minecraft, and some tour and explore on GTA. Then the next day after that, sorry, we'll do the PC games of Age of Empires, and then at the end of the week, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one of those days, most likely going to be Saturday, we'll do downtime again. But let's get this train going. It's an early morning train. It's 5:04, and in GMT, British Standard Time, I'm recording this at 7:53. Just so anyone's curious of what the time difference is. If you're not, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna get the switch in now, and then we'll put the brakes, not the brakes, we'll put the lights on, put the gauge light on. Yeah, come on, just angle it right. There we go. Right, let's say we are now in service. We're just going to Stonebridge Park. Put the reverser into forwards. Brake off. Not wipers. Valve off, and let's go. Got a 10 miles an hour speed limit, 15 for now, but we are going into 10, so we'll just keep her at 8. And to see how we get on. You know what, I'm just going to go a bit faster actually. Just a wee bit. So the gradient is at normal gradient, so it shouldn't have a problem. We have a clear signal coming up. So those floor symbols are yard signals, and they just tell me if it's safe to proceed onto the main line. As before, we have got the signal indicator up, and if you can see on the left, we have got white underneath the red to say yes, it's all clear. I have got that's going there. And then if you see, if I zoom in, there is another one as well. So sometimes you don't look for a green light, indicator light. Sometimes you just have to look for a white one. Uh, as long as you see white or green, it's going to be green normally, but for signaling for yards, it's going to be the more or less white. Sometimes green as well. This is the last of the depots on the Bakerloo line. So we've done Elephant Castle, we've done Queen's Park, we've done um, London Road, and so Stonebridge depots is the last one. So there's the station that's coming up now. It's a very quick run. Um, of course, we'll go up to Harrow and Wheelstone, and then we'll probably loop back down to Elephant and Castle, and then that'll be the end of the broadcast for today. But that will be mainly what is the plan for this evening. So we've got a red light indicator coming up on the end of the platform there, so we'll also come to a stop, and we'll let the morning passengers come on the train. Oh, let's speed up so we don't stop short. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll stop over here, would be good. And that's the scenario done. Of course, scores on the doors is 529 points. We're going to press continue because obviously we're not going to end it there. What we'll do now is we'll go back into the main menu, and then we'll change cabs and go up to Harrow and Wheelstone, and that's what we'll do. Um, just because of the issue of when they do change cabs, the train doesn't move. But yeah, I still haven't figured out how to fix that issue, so we'll just stick with this method. And of course, you can see all the trains on the main menu screen, on the loading screen there. You can see what are coming in the future. We've got some German ones and some British ones as well. So we go into the timetable. Let me just select the clouds to be. Oh no, first we'll select it to not winter. We'll select it for it's a clear day. And we'll have a bit of clouds. Maybe a bit of wind as well. Why not? Put the wind up just a tad. Have the normal, my special stock train, the 1863. So we've done that. So we'll now do that one. So we've got this train, what came out for the Southeastern Railway, high speed. This one is quite cool. This train's it goes on the road a bit. Of course, they're showing it in like a snowy mountain. Got another American train. What I think just also recently came out. Uh, and of course, the recent main route update, the high-speed trains, the Javelins with the NHS Rainbow. Not gay pride, unfortunately. It symbolises the NHS and uses a rainbow too for its logo. So if you're not from the UK, obviously that means gay pride, but if you're from the UK, it means, you know, NHS, the National Health Service in the United Kingdom. Okay, so we're going to unlock these doors, but first before we do that, we have to get the master key in, and we'll just, once the master key's in, the button's already been pressed, so that'd be good. Right, get that on, put the lights on, have the cab light on this time, we'll put this side, and it's still a reasonably bit cold, we'll put the heat on a bit, heaters on a bit. Okay, we're going to Harrow and Wheelstone. Let's put that on there. Brilliant. Close the doors. I'll put the reverser key in. Okay, and we have a green light. Take the valve pressure off. Off we go. To Wimbledon Central. So it's an early morning run. So I have a question for you guys. What do you guys do in the early morning? Do you have a coffee? Do you have tea? Do you go out, get something? Leave down in the comments below. What is your early morning routine? Of course, it's probably not early morning anymore, unless you're maybe on Australia. It might be early morning. So once we've done this route, we'll do the late shift route. So we're doing the early morning, we'll do the late shifts, and then we'll move on to the next lot of trains after that. Oh, excuse me. I had a sandwich recently. Oh. Just flickered green. I'm so used to it just going green as soon as the doors close. Make sure it actually changes green before going red, otherwise it's game over and you've failed. There is no pass go, there's no second chances. Just describe Monopoly, but whatever. Right, we're at North Wembley. Right, off to South Kent. Oh, we had a little bit of a wobble then. Did you see that? Do you know what? I do like seeing like this early morning with the lights still on. You know, all the station lights. Very nice. Has a very calming effect, I think. You know, you sit on a platform, you're drinking your coffee, and you're just like, start of a day. Of course, not many people be going to work at 5 in the morning. But some people do. Yeah, some people have to get up at 5. Well, some people have to get up even earlier, like 4. We've got like an early morning shift. My guess I'm taking people to work are workmen. They probably start a bit late actually. This is probably more like emergency services. Someone is doing an early morning shift. You know, someone is replacing someone who's just coming off nights, you know what I mean? It's funny because I'm talking about all this early morning stuff where it's, as I said before, unless you probably live in Australia or something, it's not early morning at all, it's late afternoon or it's midday if you're in America. And gently stop. That's a not bad stop. I think we stopped in a reasonably good area, yeah. Alright, we're going up to Harrow Westone. And this is the reason why we're going to take another train back, because there's no point doing a broadcast if you only going to last, I don't know, 5 minutes or at least 15. pre-record maybe, but I think I slowed down a wee bit early there. Yeah, really have to judge it. I can see the station coming up, but maybe around about now is when I will sort of slow down. Brakes on this train now are amazing. Right, there's been times where I've driven trains and the brakes up. It's getting used to it, I suppose, knowing how much brake power and how much acceleration power each beast of an engine has. Did we stop a bit short then? No, just about on, aren't we? Let's have a look. Yeah, we just got her on. That's cool. Anyway, back to the cab. That's so annoying. Alright. Okay, we've got a clearance to go through to the siding. And then we'll change back and go down the line back to Elephant and Castle in a minute. Just give a little bit of power just to get up to a little bit of a gradient here. Go 3 miles an hour. And there we go. Is that just edging forwards is really the most, yeah, hard thing to do. Right, for that little length, got my tongue tied then. I got 6,071 gold medal. That's the scores. Right, we're now gonna take the train to Harrow and Wilston and Castle. I wonder if anyone actually does these screenshots Probably. I don't. I've done, I think, one screenshot. It's a it's nice little feature, like if you see something pretty in the game itself, but personally I love trains, but it's just trains. Hypocritical. Right, okay, let's pick another scenario. We want a clear day, a bit of not too much cloud. There we go. Oh, let's put the wind. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's put the. Let's make it like a little bit of windy. Let's get. We're not gonna get the wind to blow too hard. Right, we want to do a return. So there's the, I think it's this one, the 539 Harold Millstone to Elephant and Castle. Let's do this. Mr. Key. Alright, let's go. So same train, just different cab. We'll put the key in for the master control switch to activate the control panel. Let's go for double brightness. Let's squint a bit. The blindness of the light. Okay. Right. Ooh. A little bit of a blur. Okay. And then we're going to Elephant Castle. Right, let's sit down. And let's take her into the station. Train now approaching. Train now approaching. Oh, that train is approaching. Why don't we just do it by... It's more finicky trying to find the buttons, like with the mouse, or in this case, not the mouse, the sticks. It's easy to go left stick on the thing. I know the black one's door closed, so we can just do that one. And then you don't get that repetitive clicking noise. But then we do waste time. So a few minutes of repetitive clicking compared to trying to press the button, because you have to angle it just right and you need to press it. Yeah. It's quicker just to use the touchpad. It's very rattly, isn't it? You hear the ticking of the brakes as it slowly slows down. If I just leave it at 1, do you think it'll stop in the right place? I don't think so. I can see it's going to stop like just before. If I time it just right, I bet on just one brake notch, I bet I can stop it in the right place. I know when if it's not going to. Alright, let's crank it up into notch 3. What's it called again? It's called something. Parallel, I think it's called. Parallel? Oh, let's have a look at that. Parallel. I think that says parallel. Am I correct, everyone? Did I read that right? Comments below. I know the first one's called shunt, because that's shunting speed, we're just shunting around. I think the last one is called parallel. So we're doing roughly 42 miles an hour. The station's coming up in a couple of yards now. We're just gonna take it off here. So we're just gliding along. If I do that now, brakes are clicking in. I think we have to risk it a bit more because otherwise we're gonna stop a bit slim. If I just stick it in that for a second. These longer stretch of tracks are much more easier because when we get to the dips and the bends, that's when we have to not like play around so much. We can like muck around a little bit, but once we get past Stonebridge Park, I think that's when we have to start figuring it out. Especially when we get past the Queen's Park, we got these tunnels. Do you hear the little noise just then as I release the brakes? Listen out for it. Next time I release the brakes, you listen for the brake release. So it's the brake pressure into the pipes that clamps on the brakes. That's how brakes work. So, you know, if you take a car, on a car there's something called brake pads, and the best game ever to show that is called Car Mechanic Simulator. One of these days we might do that. We might do that on downtime actually. Well, I mean, maybe we'll see what I think. Just gonna. So if I go now. Okay, we've got one notch. Still a wee bit short. I have to release it off now because otherwise we're gonna just come to a stop halfway through the platform. Look, we've got another train now. With its normal coat colour. Stop! Stop, 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 stop. Right on the edge. I'm on the edge. Oh, I got a bit of a gradient. Doors closing. Oh no, I just opened up the doors. Damn. We could just pretend there was an awkward passenger with a pushchair. You see them? You see them with little pushchairs or buggies or whatever you call them, and you know, I've spent so much time talking to Americans. All my friends are Americans, you guys. Well, nothing bad than that, but because I'm English, I hear all these American words, and then they start coming out of my mouth. So I've forgotten what's the English word for? Is it pushchair or is it buggy? And I'm completely confused. I think we call them buggies. I like the word push because pushchair is a very literal word, and American words are very literal in their meaning and stuff. So I think the UK word is buggy, and the American word is pushchair because it's a chair you push. But then that could be anything. Like, because it's something you put in a baby in, so you can. What's it called? A stroller. That's another word. Because you've got buggy, pushchair, stroller. That's just a whole new kettle of fish there, right there. Or is a stroller something else? Oh, that's just. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so it was probably like pretend that the lady had, or gentleman, doesn't have to be a lady, got the buggy, pushchair, stroller, whatever the word is, and to get onto the train. But the train's normally level with the platform, so maybe I don't know. It's early morning, but who's walking? You know, 5:50 in the morning. You know, babies can't sleep in the morning, so you take them out for a walk. That's parents around the world. If you have a baby what can't sleep, take them out for a walk. You know, the nice cold breeze, and make sure they're also wearing a coat and stuff. You don't want them freezing. But a nice cold breeze, and just go for a little walk, and then just slowly nod off. That gentle movement helps. I don't think, like, of course, I don't have any children myself, but I don't think rocking up and down a child and shushing in its ear helps. I don't know if it does. Maybe it does. But I wouldn't think that would be the best method. Of making a baby go to sleep. I think taking it out, making it walk around with it in the pushchair. I really don't know what the word is. Let's go with pushchair, because I like the word pushchair. You know, buggy sounds like some racing buggies you get. Unless your pushchair is a sports model, then you probably could call it a buggy. Um, so I was monitoring the speed. Was just going a bit fast head coming into the platform. Look, the sunrise. Look, we got the sunrise. Sunrise. I'm going to screenshot that. Do you hear the brakes?
Smoking is not permitted in any part of this station or on trains. This includes e-cigarettes.
No smoking, guys. Bad for your health anyway. Yeah, so like a pram. I think we call it a pram because I think prams and strollers, I think they're different. So that's 4 ways. We've got buggy, pushchair, pram, strollers. Strollers are definitely an American word. That sounds very American. A pram, that is definitely British. I know that's a British one. I know that's a British word for a baby carrier. Buggy is more like a slangy type word, something like you know. And push. I like pushchair. Look, semaphore signals on the right. Sorry. I like pushchair, a chair that you push around. But those they don't look like chairs. I think they're the ones what like a forward-facing type thing, and the ones what are laid down, they're the ones like horizontal. I think they're the ones what are prams. Yeah. Looks like we're about to ram this thing. Oh yeah, brakes. We were talking about brakes earlier, weren't we? So there's a game called Kamek Simulator where will be great for downtime, maybe in the future. Got the cow barn to do. That was the plan. And so how brakes work is there's something called brake pads, and you can see it on bicycles. Though, like you get a push bike, and you can see what I mean, and they literally slap onto the wheels and slow down the train. Now trains have got metal wheels, so what they do is they still have the same thing, but it's done by brake fluid goes in and then gas pushes the brake fluid in, and that slams on the brakes. I don't know, I'm not a brake expert, but that's roughly how it works. So that hissing noise is the release of the gas, the release of brake fluid from the brakes itself. There we go. See, if I went straight then I probably would have got a fail. Always wait for the lights to change. Never jump the lights, ever. Unless you're in America and you've gone right and you can turn right. I learned this from my American friends. In America, at a right signal, not right signal, on the right turn, even if the light's red, you can go right, but that's because they drive on the other side of the road. Like most places. Not actually, not all countries drive on the left like the UK. No, wait a minute. We drive on the left, most countries drive on the right, but a few of us do drive on the left, like certain parts of Africa and Australia and the Samoan Islands, to name a few. New Zealand. I couldn't think of the word then. What am I talking about? Oh yeah. So yeah, never jump the lights unless you're on a right-hand turn in America. Then you can jump the red. Got there. I didn't just learn that actually, that fact also from my friend. I heard it on Top Gear. So yeah. But I forgot about the fact, and then my friend reminded me, and I was like, quite, is that really a thing? It's a thing. So if you ever driving in America, and you're sitting at the red light, and you've got cars beeping the horn at you, it's because you're meant to be going on right to the red, and trust me, it's weird, because red means stop. You know, in the UK, you know, it doesn't matter if you need to go right or left or straight on. It's stop. And then the thing is, we don't have a similar thing for left, because we're on the left hand side, surely, that you can go left, you know. But we do have like a little arrow. So if we're on the left, it might say red for everyone else, but you know, it might have an arrow saying that, oh, if you're going left, you can go left, you're allowed to go left, we'll allow you to go left. But normally, it's red. Red means stop. Unless you're colourblind, then it's the lightly grey colour what means stop. Or is it the darker grey? It would be darker grey. Don't go on the lighter grey if you're colourblind. The darker grey is the red light, and the lighter grey is the green light. Or if you're colourblind, is the grey light or the other grey light. What am I doing with this train? Oh yeah, we're about to go over a point, so I'm just gonna let it glide on the neutral onto the tracks a second. All got 15 miles an hour speed limit coming up now. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Ah, that train we saw earlier, that's the one on the left there. Remember, we took that train before. Right, we're going to turn off the cab lights now. So if no one's ever watched me done this, it's so we get proper emergence in the tunnels. And our eyes can adjust. And we also don't... Yeah, we just want to focus on the gauges instead. So, yeah, you will find out when we go into the tunnels if anyone hasn't seen the tunnel section of the track. So yeah, we've driven that train before, the one on the left. Just gonna keep it at 11 just because we're gonna go downhill, and of course when you go downhill you pick up speed. Alright, we're in the tunnels. And there we go, quick brightness of all you can see is the gauge. That's why you stick the gauge lights on. Otherwise it's complete black. But not long, because we get into the first underground station, Kilburn Park. And this is why you stand right behind the yellow line, especially if you're in the tunnel network, because they just whip into the tunnels as quick as possible. Also, the wind of pressurization from the wind just can whisk you off your feet. Well, probably not off your feet. It's very blowy. Never wear a skirt in the underground. I'm not saying anything else. Warwick Avenue, next platform. I'm gonna keep an eye on that speed thing because I've got given that speed trap too many times. That's my mission, to not hit the speed traps. the other train's already there. Coming at the same time as the other train, that's brilliant. If you hear another screech, it's the other train. I don't think train brakes should squeak. That doesn't sound right. It's probably because it's an older model, maybe. Maybe back in its heydays, back in the 70s, when this train was built, it didn't squeak so much. Or maybe they designed to squeak. Who knows? Right, off to Paddington. Boom. Got it. There we go, split tunnel there. Probably stopped a bit short, but yeah, it's all good and heard. Right, Edgware Road. Got a 20 speed limit, so I can't go too fast in this section of tunnel. Probably just a very tight bend, that's probably what it is. Oh, stop, 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 stop. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, damn, did we... Definitely overheard the signal. Good thing that was not red. We would have had a game over. Oh, damn and blast. go. That's a. There you go. We can see the cameras from here. Didn't change the brakes. Right, Baker Street. The original start of the Bakerloo line. Right, I'm not going to get caught up on this red signal. I don't know what will happen if I do hit a red on one of these videos. Depends how far we're in, you know. If we're not that far in, yeah, we'll probably pick another short scenario. If we are far in, I'll probably have to end it. So it's impeccable we don't hit a red, so we don't have an early video stop. You see that little beep. Alright, next is Regent's Park, London Zoo. Other trains just left. I can hear it because I can hear the acceleration in the motor. And now we're going. Just before that green light there is when the speed changed, so remember that. Where are we? We're at Oxford Circus. I think it's Embankment next? No, Piccadilly Circus. Oh, damn. I always get caught up by that speed change. Always. I wasn't paying attention again. Every time I do it. I don't know why, it's always Piccadilly Circus. I need to keep remember Piccadilly Circus coming up. Watch out for that speed change. Oh. Then it's Charing Cross. And then it's Embankment. Then we'll be into Waterloo, Lambeth, Elephant. I wonder what she means. She says that the trains come into the platform at high speed. We know that. But what do you mean by turbulence? Like, you get turbulence when you're like, well, like when you're in an aircraft and there's wind resistance, you might still feel a jolt or something. What am I doing? That's weird, man. Yeah, there's Embankment. You can actually see the next station. That whiteness at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, in some cases it's just quicker to walk. Brake, brake. Then we're gonna go to Waterloo next. Yeah, Waterloo. Right, one more stop to go, and that'll be it for this week. For well, the main broadcast, we have got our new one coming up at the end of the week. So we have the main one at the beginning, and then we have the downtime at the end of the week. And that will be the schedule. And then midway through the week, we'll have obviously we have our pre-records of Minecraft and GTA, and then we have our PC recording. And that would be the schedule. So Mondays, broadcast. Sunday, not Sunday. Monday, broadcast. Saturday, we could do Sunday. No, we'll do Saturday because it's one day before. Because if we do Sunday, then as soon as the next day will be the next broadcast. So we'll do Monday is main broadcast, and then Saturday is downtime with the smaller. Well, it's not smaller; it's the same time, broadcasting time, but it's going to be double. And then midway of the week, I have the pre-records. So that's what the plan will be. We might do some rescheduling maybe. Highly doubt it, but maybe. Probably just keep things as they are, to be honest, but yeah. We'll see what happens. You know, soon, you know, COVID's starting to settle down a bit, so we might I might have to go back to work. So I have to work around scheduling times and work time. So, you know. But you know, we have finished for today, so there's no threat there. Oh. Alright, so that's that. Scores on the doors are 22,118 points. Got a gold medal. Right, let's press continue. And we're going to free roam. We'll put the train into mode, I suppose I can call it. Put the brakes back on. Switch the master key up. That on, and we're no longer in service. Okay. Let's have a look and see what's down here. We'll have a look at the other platform, because we normally start here, don't we? And there's my train there. Alright, well that's me, Honey Badger, done for the broadcast for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all guys next week or in the next video. Depends what you want to watch next. So yeah. Okay. Bye.